Hey class, my name is Amanda Pauley. I will be your instructor for MUS 110 this fall at Nash Community College. I just wanted to introduce myself and say hello, and I'm glad that you're here and glad that you're going to be part of this course. I'm not going to make this sound easy. This course is not necessarily an easy one, and you're going to have to devote a good amount of time each week to make sure you get all your work done. And I know that if you make great plans at using your time and scheduling time to do this course, that you'll probably get an A like 80% of my students do. So I just want to welcome you and want to tell you I'm glad that you're here. Please contact me by email with any question, any time of the day. I will answer your emails just as quickly as I possibly can. Just so you know, I do not live in the Rocky Mount area. I used to live there and taught in the classroom. Now I live in the western part of the state and teach completely online. So this is my 8th year with Nash Community College. And I teach at another community college in Hickory, North Carolina, Catawba Valley Community College. And so I have a lot of students taking this course this fall. I'm going to do my very best to help you. You help me by staying on top of your work and figuring stuff out just as quickly as you can, and so that we don't get behind. I'm going to share a little bit of what you are going to see starting today in this course. This is our Moodle course for this class. Let me widen the screen a little bit. Oops, it's not going to widen. Okay, so you're going to see this. You're going to see me and my information, how to reach me. And the first thing you're going to want to do is read my syllabus. Please read it all. You have due dates. You have all the information about how much each thing is going to be worth, and things about attendance and things like that. And so just make sure that you've read it all and that you have completed. Of course, you've probably already done this because you're seeing this video. And so everything on the first page, the first week, is going to look kind of long because it has all these restrictions. And so basically you got your video, and then something I'm going to talk about here in just a second, but all of these little things will be gone after you get your EVA finished. And so that should be put here. Every week I'll have your current assignments under this tab. So like week 1 next week will go down underneath week 2. And so I'll always have the dates and the weeks numbered. All right, so the very first thing that you're going to want to do is, well, first of all, let me tell you, each Monday you will have new assignments. You can work at your own pace for that week. Just make sure you schedule some time and that you don't get caught on Sunday night trying to turn everything in at the very last second. Because if something happens and the system's down or your computer issues or whatever, it's not my fault that you're not going to get done because you procrastinated. So just make sure you schedule time during the week and don't wait till the last second, because that's usually when things go wrong. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is go into where all of our work is going to be located. All of your assignments and quizzes, everything except your forum and your projects will all be put through McGraw-Hill Campus Link. Please access this through our website. I'm going to warn you right now, this video is going to be in 2 parts because it's going to last more than 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all I get through Screencast-O-Matic, which is what I'm getting this made through. So I'm going to go into our McGraw-Hill link, and it should open up to a page that looks like this. This is super important. You don't have to buy any materials. Everything's included in this course if you're signed up through Nash Community College. What you do have to do to get started is you have to push this connect button. That will prompt you to a page because I'm already in the system here, and you may get prompted right into our class if you've already registered your email. Make sure that it's not going to look like this. It is going to look like, excuse me, some allergies setting in this today. It is going to look like this. You're not going to get to this screen until you put in your email address and all the things that they prompt you to do. And so contact me immediately if this is not the case. All right. So each week you're going to find your assignments. They're going to correspond with what you see on Moodle. I'm going to go down a little further here. Here's your week 1 assignments. Okay. Well, that looks like a lot of busy work. I mean, it looks like a lot, but it really isn't. And so everything that is listed there is also going to be under week 1. So under week 1, you have something called Learn Smart. This is through your Smart Book, Learn Smart section of your book. And when you want to start this, right now it's locked, but when you want to start this, you're going to need to go into them. And I'm going to open one up here in just a second and then show you how to do that. You've got your reading questions right down here. This is always tricky for everybody to get started doing. It's hiding behind some other things I have open. Okay. So when you open up your Learn Smart, which I'm going to go ahead and pause and then open it. Okay, I've got your Chapter 1 assignment open. So I'm going to open this for you and show you what it's going to look like and how you need to go forward from here. You will see a tab here. It'll tell you if you've mastered these questions. It should take you about 8 minutes. If you haven't read or you haven't read close enough, it will take you longer. So you press begin. This one's worth 100 points. So you have unlimited attempts on your Learn Smart, and you can work on it until you get it all done. All right, so it's going to load up, and they're starting part 1, chapter 1. And basically what you see down here is you have a place down here where you can read. That's what you need to do first. Read about what they're going to ask you. All right, you're going to read about it. The most important parts are more visible. Oh, I can't. Let's see. Look at the next section. This is one of 2 ways to get into your book. All right, so here's some important information because it's in yellow. Okay, so whenever it's time and you're ready you've read this material, it tells you how many pages to read each week. You're going to go down here to the tab that says Practice. And when you go into practice, it's going to ask you questions about the reading that you just finished. So you answer these questions. Once you answer these questions to the max, it'll say, once you've answered this first one and you get it right, it'll say 9 items left. When you get to 0, then you are finished with this assignment. I hope that makes sense. And so the faster an object vibrates, the lower its pitch. I think that's going to be false. I know it is, but I'm not sure, but I'm going to say I think so. And so if you're not sure, this helps you to figure out how much you know it or not. Okay? And so then I put in OK, and now I just have 9 items left. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so those are your Learn Smarts every week. And you're going to I'll have a lot of them, like 86. So just get used to them. In addition to your Learn Smart activities, you will have listening activities every week. And those will always just have the title and the composer's name. This first one I'm going to show you is by a composer named Stravinsky. And the piece of the music, the title of it is The Firebird Scene 2. So to open that listening assignment, by the way, while I'm opening this, your Learn Smart activities are worth 20% of your total grade. Your listening activities are worth another 20%. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like. And so read this for me. You'll know why when you open it. And then you're going to push continue. Your goal for this is to play it. I used to have listening questions for each one of these, but I took those away when I added a timeline as part of your grade. So, so your goal here is to push play. As you're listening, down below, it's going to tell you what you're listening to. Please read this while you're listening. It's the only way you're going to know what's going on, because I'm not there to explain things, and you need to understand what it is that you're listening to. And so the seconds correspond obviously with what's going on in the music. It's going to scroll down. I'm going to pause this and let the whole thing play, and then let you can't pause yours, and you can't save and exit. You have to listen to the whole thing. So now you have gotten to the end of this. You see it's 96%, almost completely finished. You have to listen through the whole thing. Let it get to 100%. This is super important because this is about your grade. All right, and then what you have to do is you have to press submit. Ready to submit. Guys, if you don't do this part, you don't get points. Yes, you're ready to submit. You view your results. Your results are going to be over here to the left. Okay? That is what you do for Learn Smart and for listening. Your quizzes, I will explain a little bit more in announcements, and your test. And so let's look back. We are at 12.5 minutes. I don't have much more. There's going to be another video after this, but I do need to go over a few other things. All right, so your McGraw-Hill campus link is what you get to open up all your assignments. You have to enter your email address and get registered with McGraw-Hill, and then everything should be open to you. Make sure you follow the right button when you see our book online. All right, the next thing that I need you to do is your Google Classroom registration. Okay, so this is going to take you to a Google page, a Google Classroom page, hopefully. You should always use your school email, and you should check your email daily, okay? This is what's going to show up, hopefully, on the class code is on the Moodle page. So if it prompts you for a class code, make sure you use that. Just get registered with that so that that you're in there, because we're going to be doing things in there, and I need you to be ready to do that when the time comes, so we don't have to take care of that later. Make sure you always go through your portal, the Nash portal, and you get into your course this way. There's no other way to do it. Well, I thought I had that thing set a little longer than that. All right. So, so that's your Google Classroom registration. And there's the code and all of that. The other thing, maybe I can get this done. The other thing is your forum. This will take you to it. I need you to, for 10 extra credit points by this Sunday, do a forum, do a discussion. All right, so I don't think that's for extra credit. The only other thing I need to show you is down here. There's some information about McGraw-Hill. There are some videos that would help you get started, to help you understand. I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now, because I think I got everything in. If I forget something and think of something else, I'll just put it in announcements. Glad to have you. Assignments due Sunday.